back in full force.
Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain suggesting dreams, or even sexually oriented content.
Come on, baby.
Listener discretion advised.
Come on.
Now, here's Loveline. In this corner, Adam Carolla. And in this corner, Dr. Drew.
Oh, boy, do I hate life.
Why? Are you tired? You got up early this morning.
Oh, man, am I punchy. I'm cranky and punchy all at the same time. Drew.
Yeah.
Tell me how much I love showbiz. What was my reaction when he told us we didn't have to do liners for whatever station we were going to do liners for?
You almost got up and did a touchdown dance.
And what was my reaction when I found out George Clinton canceled for tonight?
You started using the Lord's name more than and it wasn't in vain. It was in great thanks and praise.
Praise God. I have nothing against George Clinton. I don't know the man. I know the guy is the godfather of funk. That's about it. But, man, am I glad he's not here tonight.
So we can find love.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh.
You don't have to hassle learning about him and reading his bio.
You know, I have to read, like, sometimes a paragraph and a half sometimes through.
What a stretch for you.
Oh, the constraints of this job. It's just, the humanity. All right, so it's Drew and I just spoke to producer Ann. She told me that Sunday will either be George Clinton, who is dying to do the show, apparently missed his flight, and is working that out. Possibly Courtney Cox, and possibly James Woods. Either way, it's a win-win-win situation.
I will most definitely not be here.
If you're not here, I hope Courtney Cox comes in, because I know you're hot for her.
Thank you.
You like her?
No, I think she'd be an interesting guest. I mean,
you find her attractive as a woman?
Yeah.
I'm talking about you being the woman. Why? What, is she your type, or what's up?
No. Isn't she one of the Friends people?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be fascinating to meet those people. Really, to have look, let's put it this way: they now
fascinating.
They have a huge veneer around them, and I think people that have that sort of celebrity veneer need to drop it and be real with our listeners. And that'd be very interesting to see how they deal with that. Okay, you're going to stare at her boobs. Phone number 1-800-LOVE. Oh boy, am I off to a start. LOVE191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Drew and I were at a very rare we made a rare public appearance today. Yep. Very rare. Yep.
So rare that this is the first one we've ever done.
Yep.
And we're with Local H out at a record store, and a huge... God, I couldn't believe all the people that showed up.
Yeah.
I'm a pessimist. I believe the record store is half empty. And I show up whenever I do any of these things, because I've done a few, not with Dr. Drew, but on my own, and I never set myself up. I always say, okay, 10 people. I'll be happy if there's 10 people. The place was packed.
It was like a locker room.
It was great. I want to thank all the people that came out there and were so gracious and made us stay an extra hour signing autographs. Drew didn't show up for an hour and a half. Oh.
Added to the tension, didn't it?
And the chicks were going nuts for Drew.
Isn't that weird?
You've never experienced that before, have you? No. I told you you're a big slab of doctorial meat, and as soon as people could see on the TV, I knew it would all come in.
It used to be people just pick up a guitar, now they got to get an MD after that.
Oh, boy, it's a whole new renaissance. I swear to God, 15-year-old grew droopies. Let's just run... Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's just run best of, Mike. Can we run best of? Just get out like the Verve Pipe show or something and run that.
Hey, you know what?
Drew Groupies. Well, wait a minute. Yes, a Drew Groupie would be a droopy.
All right,
there. In my idiocy, I've coined a phrase.
But we could put a stop there. Just get that old high school picture out. And
yes, straighten them right out in a heartbeat, like a big iron. Okay, let's get on with the show, Drew.
Yep.
I do want to say this. We did the Lisa show some weeks back.
That'll be shown tomorrow.
Oh, God damn it, Drew. I didn't want to say that. All right, forget it. When is it going to show, Drew?
I don't know.
That's right. Me neither. And no matter how many times they call me and remind me, and call Drew and remind him, I've been called by the Lisa people 8 times to remind me when the show is. We did the show, and we walked off the show, and I looked at Drew, and I said, I'm not watching this show, are you? And someone told me when it was, and I said, I don't care. I'm absolutely not watching this. It's unwatchable. It's the biggest piece of time-wasting fluff in the world.
Lisa was very gracious. That was great.
Everyone was nice. The show wasted an hour of everyone's time talking about nothing. That's all. Another show about nothing. As if we don't have enough. As if there's not enough time dedicated on the airwaves, whether it be radio or television, about nothing. Nothing. They talked about nothing for an hour. They could have strapped a goddamn video camera to an ass and let it wander through the Mojave. It would have been more educational to the average viewer than what we talked about on that show.
Thank God we are here.
All right. All right. And listen.
You're very fortunate. And by the way, it never stood out in my mouth so clearly as right there thinking, geez, I want to get my hands around something and get my teeth into something real.
Yeah, like Lisa's ass. Is that what? No. All right. Very gracious. Listen. All you people listening from the Lisa show, Lisa's fine. The staff is fine. The show's about nothing. You people are doing nothing. You're doing nothing well. Everyone looks good and everyone's nice, but you're doing nothing. All right, Drew, you ready to do something?
Yeah.
John, 16, you're on Loveline. You got something on your penis?
No, I don't.
Oh, what's up, John? God help me.
I'm punchy, baby.
Yes, indeed. By the way, I'll be out of town for 4 days. I'm in Hawaii.
I'm punchy and cranky. I'm panky.
All right, what's up, John?
And you're droopy.
I'll be in Hawaii.
Excuse my voice. I lost my voice. I just want to say I love you guys. I love your show. I listen to it every night. But my conflict is that I've had sexual relations with my neighbor, and he's also male. And I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should tell my mom or anything, because...
How old is this person?
He's the same age as me.
He's 16. And so this is your first sexual experience?
Yeah.
Have you always known you were gay?
Not until I was like 2 years ago.
Okay, so and you're real clear about that, and you're not uncomfortable with that.
Well, let me ask you about the sexual experience, John.
Okay.
Is the hymen broken?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
You guys did the sodomy thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so we're way beyond experimentation here.
Yeah.
The test results are in, you're gay?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, I know it is. But
why do you need to tell your parents?
I don't. It's just that my mom, she has a lot of gay friends, and she was telling me about how she parties with them and how much fun she has with them. And one time we were talking, and she's like, Timmy, or she's like, Johnny, we
you got to get your mom lined out on that name thing.
Yeah. So I have another brother named Timmy. And she's like, Johnny, you can tell me anything. You can tell me, if you're gay, and I would totally support you. It's not.
Oh, that's nice.
Really?
That's nice.
Oh.
So I think she kind of had an inkling.
Listen,
right,
if my parents were that forgiving, I think I would just go gay too.
Yeah.
All right, then tell her. Then there's nothing to be worried about. I mean, if she really is that, I would in general, I would suggest you, that your sexual behaviors and experiences are really not your parents' business.
I don't think it is unless you're acting out in a dangerous way. I mean, if you're having sex with a number of partners, not using a condom, or soiling her comforter or something, then she has a right to pipe up. If if you got a steady thing going on, you're being safe about it, you're being responsible about it, then I don't think it's something you necessarily have to bring up, even if it's in an environment where you can bring it up.
And most people who are having heterosexual experiences at that age don't choose to announce it at the dinner table.
Oh, hell no.
Right? I mean, you talk about your relationships, and hopefully where you need support, you get it from your parents, but I don't think you have to run and announce what it is you're doing. Unless you're afraid of what you're doing, you seem to be acting out inappropriately, as Adam said.
I come from a long line of atheist, psychologist, hippies, and I wasn't comfortable bringing up, I was just masturbating, but I mean, I wasn't bringing up anything in front of, it is not necessarily something that is thrust upon you via religion or via the virtues of the family. I think organically, or I should say, chemically, physically, a 15, 16, 17-year-old does not want to mention sex in front of the parents or discuss openly.
And parents typically don't want to hear it.
I don't want to do it at 32. Believe me, I don't want to know my mom's getting some. That's for sure.
In store today, we met a 15-year-old male who was saying how much his mom loves the show, and I said to him, that's great for you, for the guy, because that means that you can acknowledge that you both understand these things and you listen to this show together and you can discuss some of the issues here, but maybe you don't have to get real specific about what it is for that person.
Oh,
you understand?
I would not listen to this show with my dad now.
It goes without saying. Because he keeps talking about stuff.
I don't think my dad's heard of the show. You got to understand, my dad is such a fan of the show that he once suggested coming on the show Friday night about 7. that is the kind of fan my dad is. Son, maybe I'll come on the show, I don't know, Friday about 7. Yeah, that's wonderful, Dad. I think the Grease Man is doing the best of at that time, you big moron. Oh, Christ, my family. Can you believe that, Drew?
Yeah, now I can. I don't know your family.
Alicia, 16.
Hi, Dr. Drew.
Hey.
Hi, Adam.
Hey, Alicia, what's up?
First I want to comment on what Adam said about the droopy.
Yeah.
I would definitely have to say I'm one because I think Dr. Drew's voice is absolutely sexy.
Oh, thank you.
Forget about the voice. You seen the man behind the voice?
No, I haven't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just a big piece of ass. It really is. Hey, do you have the MTV where you are?
Yes.
All right, turn it on one of these nights and just get a look at Drew.
Okay.
And listen, I don't want to offend any of the radio people who are listening, the powers that be. So here's what you do.
Videotape.
No,
turn it on, but then just turn it right off, and don't put the sound up. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, actually, this is what I'm calling about. My best friend called me up today, and we've been for friends for about maybe 3 years or so. And I had kind of some feelings towards her, but I never really thought about it, really, and just, like, thinking about, like, messing around with her and stuff. And she calls me up today after work, and she says to me, what would you think about something between you, me, and my boyfriend? And I had never really pictured him in like, the whole scene, but I'm kind of, like, really, not really scared, but kind of excited about the whole thing because I get to, like, experience something with her, and that's what I've been, like, thinking of for a while.
How long is a while?
About a year or so.
Are you otherwise heterosexual?
Yes. I've never had any kind of, like, physical contact with a female besides, like...
How about with males? What's that?
Oh, yeah, definitely with males. I mean, I've had a past with a couple of males.
So would you have sex with this guy in order to get to her?
That's one thing. I really wouldn't feel comfortable having sex with him because I think he's, like, a really big jerk.
Yeah,
well, what would you do with him?
I don't know, because she wants to, she was telling me about some of the things that he wanted to do to us. Because I think it's more of like watching us and then getting involved afterwards.
Yeah.
And they want to do this weekend.
What do you mean afterwards?
I mean, like, after he watches us, like, mess around.
Lisa, let me ask.
Right, I know, but what do you think? What do you think his involvement entails?
I don't know.
Well, I think it entails your tail. I mean, I think he's going to want to have sex with you, don't you?
Well, see, the thing is, we have no, I guess so. I mean, I don't...
Well, let me ask something.
These are things to sort out, by the way.
Yeah. What were your other relationships like when you had sexual experiences?
Well, I had my past, like, 3 boyfriends I had been with for a very, very long time.
Well, you're only 16. How long were you with each of them?
One I was with for 9 months, one I was with for 8 months, and the past one's been 4 months.
And how long did the sexual component, how long did it take to get that into the relationship? Pretty quick?
No, my first boyfriend, I was 7 months into the relationship, and then we broke up a month afterwards.
How did you feel about that?
He went off to college.
But how did that feel?
About...
How did it feel when you broke up?
Well, I mean, it was a mutual... I mean, we're still really good friends right now.
All right. So it wasn't a big downer.
No.
Hey, how old is this guy, this girlfriend's friend of yours boyfriend?
He's 18.
18. Oh. I could only imagine being 18 and saying to my girlfriend, which I didn't have at 18, hey, how about you bring one of your hot little 16-year-old friends get in? You guys get on. It would have been, are you effing nuts? What, are you crazy? What kind of drugs are you on?
Well, by the way,
oh, my God, I can't believe what's going on.
Your friend is kind of suspect, I mean, in the way she's sort of conducting her relationships.
Well, the thing is, she kind of admitted to me now that she had thought about things like this.
Yeah, but I don't pick up too much from Alicia. I mean, Alicia's sort of put together, okay? I think your sensibilities are sort of off in terms of what you expect to feel in your relationships and what will happen to you when you get involved in a threesome or physical encounter. It's going to be much more of an emotional impact than you're even aware of, I suspect. But the girlfriend, I think that's the one we should be doing the betting about. She's the one that's creating the chaos. She's the one that's without the boundaries. She's the one that's drawn everybody in, taking advantage of Alicia, who's had sort of a fantasy,
Well, listen, I fault her because she's in a relationship and she's willing to sort of pimp her guy out.
Absolutely.
And that's a little weird,
That's bad boundaries, that's chaos.
All right, so...
And Alicia will get hurt. That's my prediction. If she were to do this, the guy is going to abuse her in some way, or she'll get involved with the...
You're talking about pull a groin, penis in the eye, or are you talking about emotional?
I don't know. So it is not a healthy situation, and she will end up getting hurt. But
Andrea, 19, you're on Loveline.
Hi.
Hey.
Adam, as much as I love you, I'm going to have to address this one to Dr. Drew.
Don't worry, sister.
Okay.
I'll be in on it.
Okay. Basically, I've been diagnosed with seasonal affect disorder.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just get depressed every winter.
The winter, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And,
Never heard of that?
I have that, but it's when the sun comes up.
Every day?
Yes, every frickin' day.
Yeah.
No, it's thought to be, the theory is, and it's not I don't know, it's a really highly accepted theory, is that it has to do with the amount of ultraviolet radiation.
Oh, please. Oh.
And, well, it does affect the hormonal cycling and affects the chemistry of the brain.
Regardless if there's a seasonal affect disorder, I get severe depression every winter.
Right. Where do you live?
It's a regular thing, California.
Oh.
San Francisco. So, it's this cyclical thing.
Right, right.
They decided that I should go on medication for it, which I was really cautious about, and they've been wanting to do it for years, but I finally decided that maybe I should, because they said it would stop the cycle.
All right.
So I'm just wondering, what he wanted to put me on was called Zoloft. Do you know what that is?
I know Zoloft, yeah.
But it was too expensive, and I could get a different one for a different rate. And he didn't know much about it, so it's called Paxil.
Well, if you listen, then you're not seeing a psychiatrist.
Yeah, it was a psychiatrist.
Well, wait, how can you not? Paxil is one of the more commonly prescribed drug in this country.
Okay, no, he knew about it, but he said that he hasn't prescribed it. See, the thing is, I got it through my school's medical system, but then I have insurance somewhere else, so I went to get it there, and Zoloft wasn't available there, so I had to go to Paxil.
All right.
And so he just said that he hadn't prescribed it as much, so I was wondering if side effects were the same as the ones he told me for Zoloft.
They're similar, they're different. Paxil is shorter acting. Paxil has a withdrawal syndrome associated with it. You can't stop it suddenly. The withdrawal can be very unpleasant.
Paxil's the poor man's Zoloft?
No, Paxil.
I've said that so many times.
They're both serotonin reuptake inhibitors. Paxil is a short acting.
I've said many times.
It's less likely to cause drowsiness. That Zoloft is good for sleeping, that kind of thing. It's a little longer acting. Zoloft is a milder drug probably than Paxil. Paxil is very effective, same class. The screen says she had some other questions about the Paxil.
What is bad to mix it, like if with alcohol or pot?
Yes, bad. And if you're having seasonal affective disorder and you're using a lot of pot and alcohol, look there as the potential precipitating cause of your seasonal affective disorder.
I'm guessing
you cannot treat depression without treating chemical use first.
What? Sorry. Okay, no, I was just thinking. I was going to say it probably has nothing to do with the temperature. It probably has to do with like the seasonal harvest of hemp or something. When is the pot harvesting season, Drew? Is there any anymore?
Hydroponics that go on these days. It's
yeah. I'm from the old school. Where can I score a lid? No one buys lids anymore. What is a lid? How much is in a lid?
No idea.
All right, I got to figure that one out. Josh, 16, you're on Loveline.
Yeah, hi.
Hey.
I have like this problem. I don't know if it's normal, but there's like a lot of hair on my butt.
Oh, yeah, you come to the right place, brother.
Yeah, is that like normal?
No. I hate to tell you, but no. And chicks hate it.
I haven't noticed that.
Well, you haven't been hanging your ass out in front of enough women yet. Don't worry. You'll grow to hate your own growth.
So tell them how to deal with it. You've had to deal with it for years.
Josh, what's your nationality?
I'm German.
German. You blonde-haired or dark-haired?
brownish blonde.
Mm-hmm. What's the coloring of the ass?
Black.
Black. Oh, that's a curse. You're a very hairy man.
Yeah.
And let me explain something, Josh. At 16, I swear to God, I looked like Kate Moss when I was naked. I mean, I didn't have an ounce of hair on me. I was bare as could be. And now my ass is like the Black Forest, as Drew described it last night. So this is something that's only going to get worse with time. But here's the good news. You can just groom it, you know? Get one of those barber. I'm not talking about a razor like shaving cream and a bit. I'm talking about one of those things a barber uses to clean up your neckline. No, just tell them to drag it down another 3 feet.
A little more clearly, what the dog hair cutters use.
Right.
Dog fur.
Right. It's more of a shearing than it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hear that sound?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go get yourself one of those and prune yourself up once a month.
All right.
You'll be fine.
All right.
Let me tell you. Look, all these guys, half these idiot guys are shaving their chest and their arms and their legs anyway. Why does it make you less of a man to shave your ass? I say you shave your chest and your arms, you're a fairy. You shave your ass, that's a man spot.
It's just when you have your friends do it.
$20 is $20, and you know, I'm not. I don't come from the Daddy Warbucks Foundation like you do, Drew. I had to work for my money. All right. Plus, I then made a sweater out of the clipping, so and then sold that in turn for another $20. So it was a killing, Drew. All right, Drew, why don't you go ahead and sell this next call we're going to take?
Sarah did something in front of her guy she likes, and we're going to find out what it is. It's very embarrassing.
All right, Loveline on the New Rock Alternative. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the phone number. 310-844-5455. Come on, let's just run past up, Mike. Come on. You'll get paid to say. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. He's a board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. I am Panky, and that is Droopy. Okay. I'm totally sleep-deprived and a little bit punchy. Now, a lot of people think that's irresponsible. Well, look at you. You're coming in your job, you're half-cocked. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Well, I get paid a fair wage to come on here each night and do my thing. And I certainly don't get paid to come in here half-cocked, half asleep, and with a poor attitude.
But that's when you're funny.
That's my point, Drew. So tonight should be bonus night because I'm falling asleep.
The bonus is we can be amused. That's our bonus.
Yes,
we can be entertained.
I can F up all night, and you guys can have a big laugh about it. All right, Engineer Mike, knock that off. Sarah.
Yeah.
You're 16. You're on Loveline.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. I've got this problem.
Yeah.
See, there's this guy. I've been really keeping an eye on him since the last semester.
Sarah,
at the beginning of last semester.
Yeah.
And today, I finally got the courage to go up and talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally made a fool of myself.
Okay. What'd you do?
Well...
okay, I've had enough.
Well, no.
No, I really have.
Look, now wait.
Listen, we got to deal with important problems.
No, wait a minute. Now, wait, that is... Look, tell me everybody hasn't gone through that.
No, everyone has gone through it. That's my point. We don't want problems everyone's gone through.
But everybody has hated it. Everybody's suffered with it to help Sarah.
All right. Sarah, what did you say exactly in front of this strapping lad?
Well, I waited outside of his classroom for him to get over there.
Mm-hmm.
And all I could say was, I like your pants. Where did you get them?
Sarah, I'm sure
you feel like an ass, but he doesn't even remember the comment.
Absolutely. And even if you had done something horrible, most people will go on to something else very quickly. But what you need to do, Sarah, is really actually put yourself out there and humiliate yourself more. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Get more experience with this.
You're glad you hung on, Sarah?
And ultimately, she needs to refine her social skills. You've got to develop friends. You've got to network with those friends. You've got to learn when it's appropriate to approach somebody and how to do it. And it takes work to do that.
Drew, please stop projecting. Sarah, for just 1 second.
See my high school pictures.
I could just see a young Drew. 1975. Nice gauchos. Cool corkies. Sarah?
Yes?
Does he know you exist?
What?
Does he know you exist?
He does now, because after class it got worse.
Okay. Well, I really don't care.
No,
because it's just say the damn make the statement. Don't wait for the part where I go, really? What else happened?
Well, I don't think you want to know what else happened.
Oh, all right. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, but
Denise,
the
33,
reason you treat her like that is because she feels so crappy about herself.
All right, hold on, Denise.
Okay.
Hold on. Sarah?
Yeah?
All right, listen, you know we love you, right?
Well, no, you don't. You don't even know me.
All right, listen, you're right. All right, I'm just saying that, all right? I really don't care. But listen, you're 16, you're a little bit awkward, network with your friends. Go ahead and speak your mind to this guy. You have nothing to feel ashamed of, okay?
Wait a second, Adam.
Yeah.
You know, you're very sexy when you're punchy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, just hit myself. Look at this.
We tried. We tried.
Drew, Sarah called to yank our chain see how much time she could waste. Now, I got rid of her 30 seconds into it, but no.
Let's keep going.
All right. But let's not run a show based on your high school experiences, Drew. Would that be all right for just a moment? Denise, 33, you're on Loveline.
Hi, I just wanted to call and say you guys are great. I have two questions, one for Adam and one for Drew. I'll ask Adam yours first. My boyfriend, he's 22, and he loves me when I wear G-strings.
Right.
And they're real uncomfortable.
Well, there's no difference between a thong back and a G-string, is there?
I think they're the same.
If one had to have a little more width, I'd go with the thong back.
Yeah.
If one has the word string in it. And
yeah.
By the way, things you wrap around your ass that have the word string in it, I try to stay away from. Oh, my God. I'll tell you, my penis pokes out of a pair of boxer shorts, I'm ruined for the day. I could only imagine what it'd be like with a piece of rope up my ass. I'd never be able to function. I really wouldn't. I mean, one side of my shorts hikes up a little bit under my jeans, and that's it. I have to stop and lie down for 20 minutes. You women walking around, it's amazing what you wear.
Well, they're really uncomfortable, but he says, oh, you're sexy underwear, and our sex is great ever since I started been wearing them.
All right, well, put the things on, when do you work?
Yes.
All right, so go to work, and then those big bloomers your grandma left you when she passed on. And then when you come home, slide those off and pull on the G-string just long enough for him to tear them off with his teeth.
Okay.
What's the big controversy? I'll tell you, the thong back thing is just a wild turn on for men. It really is. A woman's ass looks better in a thong back than it does naked. I don't know what it is. There's no shaping going on with the thong back. It really isn't. I mean, plus the cheeks envelop most of the part of the thong back. It's just that little triangle at the top with the two with the horizontal line going across that wraps around the waist. But I don't know why. It's a huge turn on. And then the buns look better. Oh, those thong back bathing suits. Oh, those are a pair of sneakers. I don't know what it is, but I love the sneakers. I know it's the trashiest look in the world, and it may not be as bad as pumps. But a woman in a thong-back bathing suit who puts, like, the sneakers on, to go to the snack stand because the sand's real hot, she just slides those Reeboks on and makes her way up to get, like, a fudgesicle. That's exciting.
Okay.
That really is.
All right. Let's go on.
Huh?
Let's go on.
She had a question for you, though.
She did?
Yeah.
All right, go back.
Denise.
Yes.
What's your question for Drew?
Oh. Yes, I was born and raised in L.A., and I just moved here to Wisconsin because I was hooked on meth, speed, for like 8 years, and my whole family and all my friends. And every time I call them on the phone and talk to them, my sister and my brothers are talking, a million miles an hour, just wired.
They're tweaks. Yeah, they're tweaks.
Yeah, and tweaks. Exactly. And I keep having dreams, and I wake up so depressed.
You have using dreams?
I just keep having, I have dreams that I got a pipe in my hand.
Using dreams are normal, and they are a part of the recovery process. We didn't get to find out if Denise is actually in a recovery program, but Denise, you need to know that if you do not get involved in some kind of treatment, NA, AA, something, your relapse potential on either speed or something is extraordinarily high. You've got to get on something. Those using dreams, when you're in recovery, actually serve a very useful function, and they will go on for several months. They're basically rehearsals. They're the same kind of dreams you have if you're studying for an exam and you wake up in the middle of the night thinking you hadn't studied for it.
Right.
It reminds you what it would have felt like if you hadn't done your work.
Yeah, it's like when I had that dream that my mom and grandmother were beating me senselessly with my own oversized genitalia in the deep end of the pool. I mean, wait a minute, how's that work?
Was your mom and your grandma?
No, I'm saying that so people understand, because that's what you've been labeling it. It was a couple of haunchy older women. I think one of them may have been your mom, Drew. What do you think of that? Wearing the thong back on the deep end. Megan, 20.
Hi.
Hey.
Your show. I really could use your help. My problem is that I'm 20 years old, and basically in every single romantic relationship I've ever been in, what happens is somehow, some way, the man that I'm dating becomes absolute first priority in my life. And this has happened in every single relationship. And I recognize this pattern, and I try to stay away from it. I'm a
totally healthy.
And it's just, I'm really seriously concerned that I'm not going to be able to develop.
All right, hold on, Megan.
Yeah, sorry.
You really struck a chord with Drew, because his wallet came flying out faster than I've ever seen it fly out. Lord knows you go out to dinner with a guy, the wallet doesn't come out. But the wallet's out, the buck is out, my buck is out. I don't even know what to make of this call yet. I'm just that kind of gambling fool. Drew's got some very strong gambling feelings about this. Drew?
Yes, my background is...
Please, my dear, don't you listen to the show?
Yeah.
All right, now look, just settle in, because we got to go to break.
Okay.
All right, now, when we come back, I'm going to strip the cocky Drew of that dollar. So, Megan, you stay on hold, and we'll be back with some gambling antics after this. The phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191, fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. He is the one who is board certified. All right, we have some gambling to do. Please, Drew, keep the grubby doctoral mittens off the moolah.
All right, so Megan is clingy and dependent, and I'm getting it's the classic codependency syndrome. We have to say alcoholic dad, something like that.
Alcoholic dad.
Yeah.
All right, because every guy what was her problem? I wasn't even listening. What was her problem?
She becomes totally preoccupied with the guys, over-idealizes them, and just completely focuses all of her being on these guys. Kind of clingy and dependent.
Okay, all right. I'm going no alcoholism in the family, but neglect.
Go for something a little heavier.
Sodomy by the Pope.
Okay.
All right? All right. You should really put in another dollar if the Pope sodomized her. Wouldn't that be surprising, Drew? All right, so I'm going with sodomized by the clergy, and you're going with what, Drew?
Alcoholic dad.
All right, but please, can I go with the more sensible one?
Yes.
I'm going with estrangement, neglect. Okay. The father was out of the picture.
All right.
Never there. Megan.
Someone's going to have to pay you both.
Really? The Pope didn't nail you?
No, not the Pope. That part's wrong. But
sexual abuse.
Yeah,
that's what I was...
You're going sexual abuse?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, and yes, there's alcohol. That was the big. But my concern is, how do I break out of this? I'm in therapy.
How long have you been in therapy for?
About 2 years.
It takes to really do this one, it's probably about 5 years at least.
You're kidding.
No.
Sucks.
So there's no easy cure on Loveline.
No, but you can go to Al-Anon or Coda. I mean, that's sort of it's a little...
That would be worth my while. Do you think that would help?
It would help. I mean, you can get confronted...
Drew's just running you around town. You don't give a...
No, you can get confronted by your peers, and the relationships you develop with your peers are different than the relationship you develop with a therapist.
Well, Megan, what happened?
What happened? It's just every single relationship.
No. Not what happened. Listen to me. Not what happens, but what happened.
what happened with my family.
Yes.
Basically, both my parents are alcoholic. My father was very abusive and also not in the picture very often for me, anyway. And
wait a minute. Maybe getting $1 back here.
No, I was a caretaker, and it was codependent. And
he was not in the picture?
Well, he was in the picture, and he wasn't. When he was in the picture...
Wait a minute. Well, put the down. Megan, hold on. Let me try to steer you.
Okay.
He was neglectful?
Yes.
He wasn't understanding of your needs?
Oh, yes.
Even though he may not have been there physically, emotionally, he was always out to lunch?
Right.
Okay, good. Thank you. Buck back. Thanks, baby. All right, so... yes, it's going to take a little therapy, and, go to those meetings, get involved in the group and all that. Listen, you're 20. Everybody screws up their relationships until they get into the 30s.
But she really understands what's going on here.
Yeah.
Got some insight.
I don't date anybody then?
I recommend you talk to your therapist about it. Actually, the best thing of all would be to do a codependency recovery, get a sponsor, and take some feedback from your peers. That's an efficient way to deal with problems like this.
Robert, 21.
Yeah.
Hey.
How's it going? I just got a real basic question. I was dating this girl. She's in college, and I was like, we saw each other for Christmas break and stuff when she came down, and we dated and stuff for the whole month. And I went down there and stuff. And while I was there, we talked about our relationship together, and we were just talking about how she didn't want to be totally committed to me and stuff like that. And I was like, well, that's fine, I can go along with that. So me and her agreed to see other people. And she called me Monday and told me that she was seeing somebody else, and I had been seeing somebody else, and I had a sexual relationship with this person.
She told you that?
Well, no, I told her that I had a sexual relationship with somebody else.
Oh, okay.
And then she got all pissed off and stuff like that.
All right. So she called to tell you she was seeing somebody else, and you countered that with you're also seeing somebody else and getting it on.
Basically, yeah.
All right.
I felt bad about it, and I wanted to tell her, be truthful and honest to her,
Well, yeah.
And then she also told me that she was interested in 10 other guys, and I'm like, whoa, that's kind of
All right, Robert, what's your question? She's going out with half of the fraternity. You're banging some chick in another part of the country. I mean, what do you want to know? When to set the date?
Should I feel guilty for...
No. Come on. You listen, you're both young. You went and visited her in college. You both agreed to see other people when you left, and then you both held true to your agreement. And boy, did you hold true to your agreement. You're off having sex. She's interested in a battalion of guys. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, don't feel bad.
I mean, it's kind of screwed up because she's telling me to basically screw off now.
Well, all right. Her feelings are a little bit hurt, but she's seeing other guys.
Yeah.
All right. Hold your head up, Robert. You didn't do anything wrong. You agreed to see other people, and you saw other people. That's all.
Yeah, but the thing was, she acted like we were totally committed when I told her that.
All right. You just tell me how sick you were getting earlier today. Now you're spitting all over me. What's up with that on a psychological level? Here's the point. If, Drew, you want to see other hosts, I'm out of a job.
Yeah.
I'm not all right, well, you see other hosts, and then I'll still come in here and hang out. I mean, it's that's it. It's over. Mm-hmm. See other people, it's over. Because that is a relationship when you see other people.
Yep.
Never works. Never heard of it working. The only time it works is when one person gets their bluff called, gets jealous, and comes running back. That's all the seeing other people is. Chris.
Yes.
17.
I really love your show, by the way.
Thanks,
Chris. My girlfriend lives in New Jersey, and she was supposed to be visiting me next week, Valentine's Day, and her mother had said that she could, and that everything was planned, and I specifically set my birthday party around there. It'll be 18, and
your birthday's not until June.
It's February 24th.
Oh, okay.
What's the question, Chris?
Anyway, her mother all of a sudden said no, just today.
No what?
No, that she can't come.
And what? No, we have no bananas. No, Drew.
You're beyond punching out.
Sure, but the mom said no.
You know that she can't come to this thing.
She can't come to visit me.
Right.
And
the reason is?
I wouldn't normally be upset, but this has happened before, and I'm really I was really looking forward to this.
How old is she, Chris?
She's almost 16. She's 15.
No, please. Where do you live?
I live in Maryland.
Where does she live?
She lives in New Jersey. Please listen to calls. Who's punchy over here?
I'm not following his call. I'm sorry.
Well, you're very, you're not smitten with Chris at all. I got to tell you, Chris was like 11 seconds into his question, and you're like, all right, let's get to it. So who's the a-hole here? All right, Chris, here's the situation. You're wondering why this girl who's 15, why her mother isn't skipping down to the train station with her in order to pack her onto this sex train and send her down so you can have your way with her on Valentine's Day in another state, for Christ's sake. Yeah. Well, the girl's 15. Drew, could you imagine Pauline?
No, I can't even imagine it. Don't even say it.
All right.
But I could imagine that if I were going in that direction, that she would have to be at her absolute best behavior every minute of every day for a long time leading up to that.
She has been.
And if anything transgressed, that would be it.
Well, and how far is Maryland from New Jersey?
It's just like 3 hours drive.
Yeah. All right.
Well, she has, the thing is, like, she has been working really hard, and we've both been sort of trying our best to,
What is the mom's reason? What is mom's reason for it?
She has to pick up her husband from the airport or something like that.
Right. What's her other reason?
I have no idea.
All right, listen, Chris, here's the deal. I know it's a tough situation. I know you're disappointed. I know you're excited about this. God, I'm getting excited just hearing about it. But her sending her 15-year-old daughter to come stay with you, a few hundred miles away is sort of unrealistic for a mother to endorse that of a 15-year-old. And the mother's probably just a sane woman, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. I like to think of myself as a fairly open-minded guy. I would not take any 15-year-old daughter of mine, put her on a train, and send her out to different states so she could stay with some slumber party with some hopped-up 17-year-old.
No.
Yeah, Chris is a decent guy. You're just going to have to be patient, Chris. It's a 3-hour drive. You make the drive. 6 hours with a boner, I'll tell you that.
Should he talk to the mom?
Yeah, I think he should talk to the mom. He should go over there. Yes, he should court her and all that kind of stuff. But don't expect her to, come out and do a little slumber party action.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Karen, 21, you're on Loveline.
Hello there.
Hey.
Yeah, I was just like, it's kind of weird. One of my friends have talked about it. It's like stripping.
Mm-hmm.
We were like thinking about getting into it. But like at your age, it's kind of demoralizing.
Right. Well, how do you look naked?
Oh, good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Would it be, is it a turn-on? Is it a fantasy, or is it only money?
Well, basically, like, we've talked about it being like money.
Let me ask you again. Is it a turn-on or a fantasy, or is it just money?
Well, just money.
Okay, for you. Just money.
Were you ever abused in any fashion when you were growing up?
What's that?
Were you ever abused in any fashion when you were growing up?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay. Are you high on drugs now, or is that something you do later?
Stoned, sometimes.
All right. Listen, I'll tell you what. Do me a favor. Get naked right now. I'm just, you live in an apartment, or where do you live?
Well, like in a house.
You live in a house? All right, get stoned and open the curtains and press your ass against the window, okay? Let's start slow.
No, wait a minute.
Let's build into this.
All right, but
see how that feels.
As we've talked to a lot of people who do stripping, and they usually often are acting out some unresolved trauma from childhood where they were abused by father.
Let me explain something, Drew. Let me explain something about life. Everybody is acting out unresolved.
I understand, but this is severe stuff usually.
Everybody.
No, this is severe
my
stuff.
neighbor. Oh.
All right, this is severe stuff usually, all right? And even
I got to talk about my neighbor.
What happened? Let's after the break. But let me just make my point for Christ's sake, and that is that even people who aren't acting out specific issues end up having lots of feelings of self-loathing, and they hate men for the way the men behave in their relation with them in this manner. And they get locked into it, and it's usually a mess people get into, right?
It's a matter of degree. Listen, people that get themselves into doing, like, snuff films or hardcore porn were most always not taken care of as a child. What about women that do bikini modeling? Were they molested? No. But they have their own issues. People that become radio show hosts and comedians have issues.
Oh, yes.
People that become, lawyers have issues. I mean, there are many, whatever your issue was is how it manifests itself in what you do as an adult. And then we as a society sort of judge on how deviant that is. And yes, if you're a prostitute working the streets, chances are you had some stuff done to you. It's a matter of degree.
Right.
God knows what politics, what happened to people that get into politics or radio. Oh, they just sat around, napped, and whacked off. Oh, okay. Well, that's not traumatizing. All right, when we come back, remind me to talk about my neighbor. Oh, God, I hope they're not listening, because I'm in a ton of trouble, because I'm really... Oh, okay. We'll be back. All right, phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Hey, come Sunday, either George Clinton, the King of Funk, will be in here. James Woods.
I'm going to Kona, and I will be thinking.
Or Courtney Cox will be in here.
Maybe I'll be thinking about it.
You're going to Kona?
Yeah.
Where's that? Mexico?
My wife's a travel agent. She sits in Hawaii somewhere.
Is that its own island?
She set it up. It's part of the big island, whatever that means.
Oh.
I don't even know what that means.
The big island. Yeah. Right. I hope a volcano goes off.
Thank you.
Okay. So you'll not be here.
You'll be making...
Oh, Dr. Bruce? Yeah, I like Bruce.
Great.
When are you going to be around Monday?
Monday, no. Sunday, Monday I'll be gone.
All right. No hesitation in your voice at all.
None.
You don't feel any sort of obligation to the listeners?
To the listeners. But otherwise, it's called relief.
Okay.
I bet I could just see my wife. You understand? I see her with 3 kids hanging off her.
Let me tell you, it's not a bad plan. All right. We'll be back in 10 seconds.
You'll burn in hell.
This is Loveline on
radio station.
KNRK, Thomas Portland, 94.7 NRK.
Oh,
hey, she likes you.
I know.
And she listens to this show.
I know.
She gets hurt when you say crap.
Please! Now you're stealing my thunder. I like your wife. I like her. She's a pain in the ass. She knows she's a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
all right,
good.
That's fine. Okay. Well, I like her too. And listen, her and I have really one of the most genuine, honest relationships I've ever had with a human being. It really is.
What does that mean?
I told her she was a pain in the ass the day I met her. Maybe the day before. And she went, yeah, all right. And I went, okay. And, when we're friends.
Fine,
yeah. All right. There's no problems. Listen, your wife's pushy. She likes to push.
Huh?
That's fine.
Huh?
I don't like pushy.
Yeah.
Well, I still like her, though. It's not one of these things, Actually, hanging out with people you call a pain in the ass is sort of okay. It's just when you don't talk about it, it gets uncomfortable. Man, this, and then they start talking. You start thinking, oh, Christ, there they go again. Susan, I just go, hey, come on, shut up. But then, she does the same thing to me. It's really all right.
That's called honesty. It's good.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think of sexual things starting to evolve out of this, too, quite honestly. All right, let me talk about my neighbor.
All right.
I hope to God my neighbor's not listening, because I don't need any more trouble, but I can't get past this. I really can't. Everybody with their dramas. Everybody out there. Let me explain life to everybody. Things get done to people growing up. I don't care what the scenario is. I don't care if you're rich, poor, or middle class. Parents divorced, together, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, doesn't matter. Little things happen when you're growing up. And you sort of pick that theme up and you run with it in life. Mm. And it's not something that goes away on your 21st birthday or even your 51st birthday. A lot of people have their little dramas. And what they do is they walk around life with their little drama. It's like a little play that they've memorized. And they cast people in the roles of their play.
Oh, yeah.
There's the abuser, there's the savior, there's the antagonist and the protagonist.
Absolutely.
It's just like they're casting a bad play.
Yep.
Except for it's not a one act. It's a, 76.5-year act. So long as it's longer than that, Tony and Tina's wedding. Or what was that play that was running out here for?
Tamara.
Tamara. And running longer than Tamara. All right. Thank you, Drew. Finally contributing to the show.
Thank you.
So people have their little agendas, and it really pisses me off when you're talking to someone and you see their clear-cut agenda, and they're going and going and going, and you just don't care. And whenever you get too much from somebody and it doesn't feel right, it usually means they're working on their agenda. You know what I'm talking about? Like you bump into someone at work and you say something to them, and they start talking to you, next thing you know, they're crying.
Well, that's
hold on, Drew, knock it off with that button.
Does that hurt if you hear something?
No, but it's very distracting. What's going on?
I'm trying to drink some tea, and I didn't want everybody to listen to that.
All right, this on and off again.
All right. I forgot what I was going to say.
All right, here's my point.
Point is, I call that craziness. That's what craziness.
When you're getting more than what meets the eye, meaning when you go, geez, I took the person's parking space, I said I was sorry, and the person is crying. They're really yelling at their, ex-husband who left them for a young secretary. They're not yelling at you. My neighbor, here's what I need to do to my house. Oh, this house. It's turned into it's just a big money pit. I have to sandblast the house.
Uh-oh.
And then re-stucco, put a color coat on the house. And sandblasting is a big, messy job. I have a wall that runs along my property and the neighbor's property. It's like a house that's up on a hill, and it's like a big retaining wall. This wall's an eyesore. It's not been painted in 50 years. The paint's chipping, whatnot. It needs to be sandblasted and then color-coded. In order to do that, we must go into the neighbor's yard, sandblast it, and then stucco it. But it's all right, because they're staring at this wall, and I'm essentially giving their house a makeover by doing my own wall that they stare at every day. So I called the neighbor and told him, listen, I'm going to be coming over there. We're going to be sandblasting. We'll try to keep things neat. We'll clean up after ourselves. Oh, she starts in with the shrubs. Oh, there's shrubs. There's no shrubs. I've looked at the area. There's rocks with like a little peat moss on it.
Welcome to home ownership.
There is not a frickin' shrub to be found. Yul Gibbons couldn't live an hour off of that stuff, even if he was alive. Nothing. So she calls, and here's the conversation. Do you know this? Do you guys know what I'm talking about when you have these conversations? Here's the conversation. Here's me. I'll be coming over Friday morning. It's a professional sandblasting outfit. They're very careful. They're going to come into your yard, so you're going to have to leave your gate open Friday morning. They'll do as best they can. I'll tell them to put tarps down. They'll clean up, and everything will be cool, and you'll have a new wall at the end of it. Okay, but I'm worried about the shrubs. I've worked very hard to grow the shrubs. Okay, well, I'll tell the guys to be extra careful. Okay, because I planted them almost 3 years ago, and we've been trying to get them to grow for a while. Okay, well, I'll tell the guys to be extra careful, and we'll put the tarps down. Yes, I'd appreciate it, because it would be very easy for sand and whatnot to get into the shrubs and then kill the shrubs, and we've worked very hard to grow the shrubs. Okay. What do you want? Do you want me to put a frickin' bond out? Yes, I'm taking $1 million bond out on the frickin' shrubs. I've told you 8 times I'm taking care of the shrubs. I'll tell them to be careful. That is it. That is all. That's it. All I can do. That is it.
That's really good, passive-aggressive.
Oh, so we had this conversation 2 nights ago, and I called again today. Just want to tell you, little scheduling change. It's moved back a day. They'll be in. Okay. Let's be careful with the shrubs.
Oh.
Okay. Yes, because we've worked very hard to grow. Meanwhile, the shrubs don't exist.
Right.
You look at this, it's a frickin' rock.
Yeah.
Be careful with the shrubs. The shrubs are very important. Yes, the shrubs. It's at the point where you just want to just start cursing at people. And I've started thinking to myself, what the hell kind of agenda is going on in this person's head that we have to address the shrub issue 700 or 800 times? The issue is I am improving your home by spending my hard-earned money fixing up a dividing wall.
Right.
That is it.
You go back to the shrubs and I'll give you the subtext.
The shrubs.
I'm so pissed off at you for messing up my yard.
But
you're over there building day and night. You ripped the crap out of our house next door.
I planted the shrubs 3 years ago.
I'm telling you, if you're the neighbor,
No. Let me tell you the other one. Here's the other one with the neighbor. The sun. The sun came by. And look at me as God is my witness. The sun came by 2 days ago, ran into me in the driveway and said, when are you going to be sandblasting? And I said, I think tomorrow. Oh, really? I said, yeah, is that a problem? Tomorrow's a really bad day for me. I said, really? We'll be doing it. We're not doing it from 12 midnight to dawn. We'll do it at 8 in the morning. It's the middle of the week. I have to study tomorrow for a very important test.
Oh, gee.
Now I'm thinking to myself, can you go to the frickin' library, pal? It'd be very important to me to reschedule. Now, I'm talking about a whole crew. This is a crew. I mean, this cost me $2,000. There's a whole sandblasting crew and everything. They're scheduled to come out. Could we do it? Do you think we could do it? I said, well, I don't know. I think they're scheduled. Let me go up and talk to the guys and see what we can do. Go up and talk to the guys. He's still with us. Yeah, could we? Yeah, tomorrow's really bad for me. Really important. I got to study. What the hell is going on with that? So I said, fine, we'll switch it to the next day. And then I get the shrub conversation next from Mom. Oh.
You have some scary neighbors. This is not health over there.
Oh, okay? The shrubs.
You're going to have to get like electrified wire around your house. You're in trouble.
A team of Rottweilers and
I'm kidding.
Secret Service. Look, they're not violent people. They're just the shrub. The shrub. 8 times the shrub. Sydney, 14. You're on Loveline.
Hi. I wanted to get a tattoo, but this guy's 21 that was going to give it to us, and it's at his apartment. I was just going to go with my friend, and I was wondering if that was dangerous.
Where are you going to get it?
On my hip.
Do me a favor. And get it of a shrub.
Is he a tattoo artist?
He's been in jail for like 2 years.
And he learned how to do tattoos there?
I don't know.
Everybody in jail learns how to do tattoos.
Yeah. Okay, Sydney.
God forbid these guys learn a trade, except for tattooing.
Do not do this. I mean, you don't know of what the conditions are, well, the needle that he might be using. You don't know anything about the dyes he's using. You don't know. The guy's 21. You're going to an apartment alone with him. That's already a bad idea. And showing him your hips. I mean,
you're going to drop your pants.
I mean, don't do this, Sydney. Do not do this. Do not do this. I'm sure. Does your mom or dad know you want to do this?
No.
Could you get consent from them to have it done at a reputable place?
What?
Could you get them to consent for you to get a consent from them to allow you to have it done at a reputable place?
They would never do that.
All right, well, but don't go to the felon's house and drop your pants for the unsterilized needle, right. Sydney. This is the worst idea since the shrub lady.
Okay, please don't.
All right.
All right. Plenty of time for tattoos. Really? All right.
Drew wanted to squeeze that in before she left. Plenty of time for tattoos. Well, what would be good? When is tattoo month, Drew? You should really be on the tattoos. You should be on like the council of tattoos. Plenty of time for tattoos. Sharon, 18. You're on Loveline.
Hi. I was calling because you guys were earlier. You guys were talking about sexual abuse.
Yep.
And I was calling because I have a question for you. First of all. I was molested by my grandfather, and he was supposed to serve 8 years, but he only served 3. And what ended up happening is my mom put him in jail. She believed me and everything else. And then just recently, me and my mom stopped talking, and she is now saying that she doesn't believe it ever happened. And if it did, she wanted to know how drastic or if it just happened once. And
do you think it happened to your mom, maybe?
I think so.
Do you see how if it happened to her, if it was horrific for her, she would sort of defend against having to deal with those memories?
Yeah.
She'd rather make you wrong than deal with those feelings.
Who's crying in the background?
My baby.
How many kids do you have?
What do you have? A whole nursery?
No, I just have one. He's 8 months.
All right.
And who's that by?
It's by my fiance.
Oh, your fiance?
Yes.
You're going to get married?
Yeah, we're looking at another 2 years, though.
Okay.
Incredible.
And time enough to have 5 more kids.
Karen, go get married tonight. Get married. You have a child, make a family, please. Come on, please.
No, don't get married. Sharon, forget about not getting married. Don't have any more kids.
In fact, put the phone down and go attend to your child, please.
No, my best friend told him.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
the one with palsy? Okay. Sharon. All right, so your grandfather did molest you.
Yes.
All right, that's horrible. Did you get any counseling?
No, my mom wouldn't take me.
All right, listen to me. All right.
Break the cycle of abuse. This is your chance, because you will do funny things to your kid.
What is your kid's name?
It's DJ.
DJ.
All right, you've already started with the DJ.
Yeah,
listen, you are going to screw DJ up more than a piece of the corkscrew macaroni. All right, you know I'm tired.
You are really tired.
You are going to screw this kid up. Do you understand? You have no choice but to screw this kid up. Get some counseling, please.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You went through a horrible, horrible situation.
And you have no support from your family.
And you have no support.
Trying to raise a kid. You're not married yet.
Yeah, but my question was that my mom is now wanting a relationship with him.
With your granddad?
Yeah. Because now she's saying that she doesn't know that if it ever happened, and so she wants to ask him if it did.
Well, like he's going to come clean. You know what happened, though, right?
Yeah.
What is up with the relationship that you have with your mother that you can't look her in the eye and tell her what he did and she believe you?
Well, because the whole thing is that I'm adopted, and she thinks that because I was adopted that I just somehow wanted to make my life worse, I guess, and just make it all up. And just...
All right, but that's not an excuse for not having her. I don't care if you're adopted or not. I mean, what did she adopt you when you were 14?
No.
How old were you?
4.
All right, good. She's your mom.
Yeah.
She should believe you.
Yeah.
I don't trust her.
Oh, no, yeah.
I don't trust her. But listen, Sharon, you got to get some counseling. You can't go through this situation without being screwed up by it. You understand?
Yeah.
And you can't raise a kid without dumping it on the kid.
At least, Sharon, we got to give Sharon some positive strokes. I mean, she's in a stable relationship, right? She's planning on getting married, right?
Yeah.
And you and your fiance are okay?
Yeah, we're doing okay.
Where's he?
He's in bed.
Does he work?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
What's he do?
He's manager for Burger King.
All right. You guys are on easy street. All right, Sharon. No more kids. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
What?
Why would you want more kids? Why?
I don't want any more kids.
Okay. All right. Are you using protection?
No, again, this is
yes, we are.
And I'm kind
double
of...
down.
And why did you have a child before marriage? Help me. I'm trying to understand this.
I guess it just happened.
Okay. Well, that just happens.
It just happened.
Well, and if there was something other motivating you to do it, what would that other motivation be?
I was probably horny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you're using condoms now. How come you decided not to do that?
Then why didn't I use them then?
It was a single episode, a single mistake.
Well, I wouldn't call them a mistake, but
you. All right, it wasn't a mistake. Why did you want to do it? Why did you want to have a kid? Help me.
Well, okay. I got in a relationship, and I really liked the guy, so when I found out that I was pregnant, I just decided to keep it because it was a part of him.
And how about what motivated you to get into the position of becoming pregnant?
I don't know, it just happened.
All right. Well, Duck, did you use condoms?
No, don't even.
No.
Forget.
No, you never did.
No.
Why not?
I guess just didn't have one.
Sharon, I'm sorry to grill you, but if we guessed that you wanted to get pregnant, what would that reason have been?
I didn't want to get pregnant.
Okay, but you didn't want to use birth control.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, go get DJ. He needs mommy. Come on. Okay.
All right.
No more kids.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. And get some help, please. You went through a horrible situation, Sharon. Seriously.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
I mean, if you want to know how that affects people, I could not listen to that child screaming for mommy any longer. I wanted to reach for the phone and go right into that room and to help that child. And Sharon is so
What the hell was the kid doing? What was her friend doing with it?
Well, it doesn't matter. The child...
No, her friend was doing a horrible job.
Need their mom.
Oh, really?
They need it. And if mom can't respond in any empathic way, it's terribly damaging to kids. And that's what this kind of abuse leads to. People have trouble being empathic.
Oh.
And emotionally open.
Oh. No more kids. No more. Please. For the sake of society. Rich, 19, you're on Loveline.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Good.
Well, my situation is about 3 months ago, I lost my virginity, and it's kind of a weird situation. Everyone I've ever talked to, all my buddies, everyone, when their first time came around, lasted 1-2 minutes, and I went for about 45 minutes, and I still never came.
Well, that's where you used all their minutes.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
there's a universal time all men have sex, and some guys hoard it. Other guys are feeling slighted. Think of there's 15, 20 guys who only could do it for 2 minutes because Big Rich had to go for 45.
Yeah. But,
there's nothing I love more than when people appease me by chuckling at my hairball plans. All right, Rich, but you never did achieve orgasm.
No.
Very common.
Is it?
Are you on any medications?
No. I was pretty loaded at the time.
Loaded. Well, that's another reason.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. That was the only time you had sex.
Yeah, in fact...
And now you're wondering, hey, can I have an orgasm when I'm with a woman sexually?
Well, not so much that. I'm pretty sure I can, but... See, that was my first time and my last time since then. And, it wasn't by choice. Actually, a weird thing is that night wasn't only the first time I ever slept with a woman, it was the first time I ever kissed a woman. I was, at one point in my life, about 5'4", 240 pounds, and I've lost a lot of weight. I still have a hard time seeing myself as thin, but I'm about 5'8", 160 now, so I'm right on.
Right.
But, and it's not that I'm worried about myself. With just my hand, I can accomplish just about anything in about 2 minutes, but, if another one-night stand comes around, it's going to be another 2 years before I'm with the woman. I want to get it right this time.
Maybe not, Rich. Maybe you'll have a relationship with another human.
Well, that
one will be a female, and you'll work these things out very nicely.
Well, didn't I just say Rich's question was he's wondering because he couldn't achieve orgasm, the one and only time he had sex with a woman, if he was going to be able to reach orgasm the next time, God willing, he had sex with a woman? And what was his response?
I couldn't even follow it.
No, his response was, no, it's not that. And then he went on and proceeded to say exactly what I said. I'm not done with this, Rich. Rich.
Yeah.
Why'd you say it's not that when I said it was that, and that's what you said it was?
Well, it's not that in the sense I'm worried that I never could, because I know, in my lifetime I'm going to. It was.
All right, but you're inflating yourself with a bunch of hot air, Rich. You don't. You're worried about it.
Yeah.
Of course. That's fine. Listen, you had sex one time, you didn't have an orgasm, and now you're on the ropes. I mean, you're worried a little.
Yeah.
Here's the situation, Rich. It happened to me the first time I had sex, too. Didn't have the big O.
Wow.
All right? So here's the deal. Here's what's going to happen. If you have a bunch of one-night stands, you'll never work it out. Because you can't really, it's like having a bunch of one-night stands is like doing a bunch of jobs for one day and then moving to the next job and then moving to the next job. You never become any good. You never work it out. You're not worth a damn the first day. Hell, the company's losing money for the first month you're there until you finally get it together. You need to find yourself a steady woman, work it out, be open, be honest. You'll get it together. And don't put the pressure on yourself. You're probably not going to work it out the first time you're with the next woman you're with, but the second, third, and fourth time, you'll probably work it out.
Cool.
All right, Rich?
All right.
All right, relax.
Later.
Hey, Rich.
Yeah.
You got any weird stretch marks or anything? No? Okay.
What?
All right. Drew, you want to sell the hell out of the next call?
No.
Okay. Hey, Drew.
Hey, Adam.
How come people should listen to Loveline?
I don't know. How come?
All right. 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm at Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. You ready to move on, Drew?
Yes, sir. Please.
All right. Leo.
Yeah?
You're 17.
Yeah, I just want to say, you guys have a terrific show. I've been listening to you guys for like about 6 years out in L.A. But now I'm in Vegas, and I have a girlfriend out in L.A. And she means a lot to me. I care for her so much. But, I came over here, we had this long-distance relationship going. Now I met a girl over here.
Right.
And, it's...
Leo, that's sort of the natural... Leo, it's really the natural course of events for somebody your age. It's very difficult for a teenager to maintain a long-distance relationship. It is normal and natural for you to become involved with the peers near where you're living. And really, it's healthier for you. You got to get on and explore relationships and figure out who you are and what you want. And if you're stuck in this time warp relationship where you only see each other once every 3 months, it doesn't really work.
Well, as soon as they put the finishing touches on that bullet train, Drew, that's going to be going from L.A. to Vegas, the hell ever happened to that bullet train?